Good afternoon. My name's Neil Brown, and as the head of school and a huge, gigantic Dan Zanes fan, I want to welcome you to this very exciting concert. You know, it's not every day we have a Grammy Award-winning musician come to Green Acres School and sing in our center. As some of you know, Dan Zanes agreed to join us today following the death of Mike Seeger, the famous son of the very famous Green Acres music teacher, Ruth Crawford Singer. Mike had planned to sing some of his mother's songs. Luckily, the Hostetler family, Zona and Jim, and their son, Eric, sprang into action, and they found Dan Zanes to sing and celebrate with us on this incredibly special day. And also, their good friend and professor of music at Dartmouth College, Larry Polanski, introduced us to Dan Zanes, and the rest is history. I'd like to thank Zona and Jim Hostetler and their son, Eric, for securing a grant from the Randy Hostetler Living Room Music Project, which has underwritten this concert. And this grant is given in memory of Randy Hostetler, who was a Green Acres student and also a gifted musician in his own right. I'd also like to thank you, Dan Zanes. In deciding to come to Green Acres, Dan learned about our school's progressive philosophy and our democratic, inclusive community. As a musician, Dan models that inclusivity, always trying to bring together musicians and welcoming anyone to sing along with him, as you'll see later in the concert. Now, in my own special tribute to Dan, I'm a little follically challenged, and Dan, as you'll see, is not. So give me a sec. This is my personal makeover. So, I'd like you to join me in giving a warm and incredibly rowdy Green Acres welcome to Dan Zanes.
I did want to say one thing, which is I do get invited to perform at a lot of schools, and I would love to do as much of that as possible, but really most of the times I just have to say no because I'm just stretched kind of thin. But today's festivities really meant something special to me, and I was so saddened to hear of the loss of Mike Seeger. And he was someone that was a huge inspiration to me, and knowing that he was supposed to be here today, obviously those are shoes very few of us could ever fill. But as a way of paying tribute, I thought to this school and the history of the school, and to Mike Seeger, I thought I should definitely come down here. And so we're going to invite some singers to join us here today. And one of the things that I was hoping was that I thought, you know, we could have a concert, but wouldn't it be more fun if we just had a party? Because it is an anniversary, and I think that calls for a party. So if there's a party, I think that means you need a lot of people on stage to sing together. Some of the finest singers from the Green Acres School, please welcome. And we have another sideman over here. We have Matthias on guitar. Welcome. All right. All right. How are you, people? You ready? Don't forget to smile. All right. Well, everybody's been working hard, and we were happy to join forces today and do a little playing together. I'm going to start with a song called The Welcome Table. And if you know this one, will you please join in? It's a good song for hand clapping. If you're down in the front and you're tired of sitting still, you can dance at any time here. All right, everybody ready? I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Sit at the welcome table one of these days. I'm feast on milk and honey. Feast on milk and honey one of these days. I'm gonna tell God how you treat me. I'm gonna tell God how you treat me one of these days. I'm gonna tell God how you treat me. Tell God how you treat me one of these days. God's children gonna sit together. All God's children gonna sit together one of these days. All God's children gonna sit together. All God's children gonna sit together one of these days. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Sit at the welcome table one of these days. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Sit at the welcome table.